Hello, my name is Adriano, and today I'm going to go over a soccer strength and conditioning program that I've kind of put together for my final project. So to begin with, we're going to go over the general needs analysis. We're going to go over position-specific needs analysis. We're going to go over some of the assessments that you can do. And we're also going to go over a very important part of the program, which is the tactical periodization. And then we're going to finally go over the strength and conditioning seasons. So general needs analysis. So in general, a soccer player requires aerobic capacity, anaerobic capacity. You also need power, strength, and change of direction. So as a whole, it doesn't matter what position you play. You know, you can be a striker, midfielder, defender, goalkeeper. These are all aspects that you need as a soccer player. And now to narrow it down, we're going to go over the position specific needs. So to begin with, we're going to go over the goalkeeper. So as a goalkeeper, you're going to need vertical jump. You're going to need a lot of power. You also need change of direction. And a very important one, I would say, is the reaction time. As a goalkeeper, that's a must. You need very good reaction time and also strength. So for a defender, this is pretty obvious. You need your vertical jumping. You need power, multi-directional moving. So whenever you're jockeying and marking your men, and you also need to be strong. For a midfielder, this is the position where you want to be your most aerobic. So you're going to be jogging a lot, you're going to be walking a lot, and sprinting. So you're going to be the main man moving around for the most part. And you also need change of direction. So for a forward, this requires max effort sprints. You also need vertical jumping, mainly for strikers to win those aerial duels, and also change of direction. So assessments, I have two assessments here that are gonna really assess a soccer athlete to see where they're at. So we have the 40-meter sprint test. So this will determine your acceleration, your max speed, and your endurance. And then the other assessment is called the arrowhead agility test, which is pretty much a full 4-cone drill, and it measures your agility, your body control, and your change of direction. So these two assessments, the 40-minute sprint test and the arrowhead agility test, are key to see where the soccer athlete is. All right, the bread and butter of the strength program will be the tactical periodization. So this is everything that happens on the pitch, and it's based on tactics and training, which should reflect that. So for tactics, we're gonna go over 4 phases: the attacking organization, the defensive transition, defensive organization, and the attacking transition. So whenever you're programming for a soccer strength program and conditioning, you want to have it on a weekly basis. So on Monday, let's say, we're going to work on our defensive organization and our attacking organization. But on that day, we're going to do recovery work. So let's say on Tuesday, we're going to bring the intensity slowly up. And then we'll focus on our strength work on that day. And we'll also work for skills, our shape and pressing in the game. And then for Wednesday, we build up our max intensity for that Wednesday practice. We're going to go over all the 4 phases. And we're also going to work on our endurance. So this is all building up to the match day. And then on Thursday, we'll bring it back down and work on our speed. And then Friday, we're going to bring the intensity down again because we're building up to that Saturday. That Saturday, let's say, is that match day. So then Friday, we work on our tactical briefing. We'll go over the tactics, and then we'll work on the vertical pressing, let's say. And then Saturday, the big day. This is our match day. We play our game, and then Sunday we rest. And then you can rinse and repeat, and then change according to the schedule of the players. And then this is a microcycle, right? On a weekly basis. We can separate this into a mesocycle, let's say per week, and then macro cycle, we can change it monthly. So it can be divided into many different ways. So the whole goal for our tactical periodization is for players, they need to be able to respond to a huge number of situations quickly and correctly. Players also learn how to respond to whatever happens in a match. Players get used to making decisions under physical stress, which mirrors a real game. So this is the whole point. We want to practice how we play, and players will be able to react during the game. So let's go over our seasons, all right? So early preseasons will last typically 4 to 6 weeks. This will have low intensity aerobic training, and then during this period we're going to develop our max strength. And also during this period we want to keep intensity pretty low, so no speed or power training yet. Then we come into the late preseason, which is 4 to 6 weeks also. So this is your interval training. We're going to introduce plyometrics back in, and we're going to move in for more soccer specific speed and power training. In season, so in season this will typically last 8 months of your in season. So during this season we want to maintain our fitness. This is where we're peaking in terms of strength and endurance, and we want to maintain it there. And this also requires additional work, and it should be very soccer specific, so do more skill based drills and skill work. And then during the off season, which will be roughly 6 weeks. So the off season is kind of different in soccer. Sometimes the off season works as a relaxed stage. So this is where we're doing active recovery at least 3 times a week, and we're maintaining our shape. You know, it depends on the player. They might be burnt out, so they'll need those weeks off, or this off season can be used to, you know, increase your strength and get bigger for the next season. So just to conclude everything, we went over the general needs analysis, we went over specific position needs analysis, we went over the 2 assessments, and we also went over the tactical periodization and the strength and conditioning seasons. So I hope you like this video, and thank you.